So I just got some product samples that I ordered to test out this manufacturer. It's Doxzoo. I heard about them from, she's basically, I will link to her video reviewing the products, and check out her channel if you are looking to start stationery as well, because she does share some of her vendors and things that she uses for her business, or you know, that she has used previously. So check out her channel. That's how I found out about this one. And I was putting off creating a planner. It's been years since I wanted to create one, but I was putting it off because I know to order in bulk at the cheapest price overseas that you have to order a lot. And I just wasn't ready to do that. I wasn't ready to put the energy into that. But when I heard about this company and that they had low minimum order quantities, that I was like, oh, well, let me try them out. And so I just ordered these sample products just to see like the different styles they had, the finishes, so I can actually feel them and test them myself. So I'm excited to look at these with you. And I'm just sitting here on my bed because we're just hanging out while I'm checking out these samples. These aren't items that I'm actually going to sell in my shop. They're just ones that I just created for me to use personally, and also, like I said, so that way I can see all the different things. And so yeah, I'm excited to check them out. They are still overseas. They're in the UK, but they don't have the high order quantity, like in the hundreds, like you would find when you go look for manufacturers on like Alibaba, things like that. So we're gonna check these samples out and let's see how they look. So these are just some test products I printed. So this is the list of what should be in here. So I got it a variety of matte cover finishes and types of products so I could test them out. These aren't ones I'm gonna sell. They're just for me, but I wanted to check them out. So this, oh, that feels so good. This one is a notepad. I can see how it has that little imperfection there. That is probably because of the matte finish that I got on this. I think this might be the soft touch. I'm gonna have to look at my order and I'll let you know. But I'll put the details. So this is the notepad. I will put the details up here of what exactly I ordered, the notepad, how many pages. And so this is the one where it's sealed on the side. You know, a lot of notepads is at the top. You can choose what you want. I wanted it to be like a booklet, but I remember I ordered this because I wanted to test how the colors printed for this design that I'm going to be launching, and I love it. This is a framework, one of my signature frameworks that I teach inside of my group. And okay, so this is the graph paper. I just wanted to test out the graph paper, and I put the website. You could customize the footer, so I did put that on the bottom. You can also customize a header, but I didn't. But that came out pretty good. I see how it's a little bit off on the bottom. That's me, that's not them, because that was a part of what I was testing, trying to figure out how to get things lined up. And then this is the edge where, so the pages rip off because it's a notepad. So see, like the pages rip off. So like I said, normally you would have the binding at the top, the glue. So this is a glued notepad. The only thing I don't like, this right here, where it kind of went over the edge. They might have had a cover sheet on here and then, you know, ripped it off. It's not that big of a deal, but if you're going to have like an upscale luxe brand, like these are one of the quality issues you want to check. And it doesn't mean I won't use them. I'm just saying this is like one of those things that you would want to fix or check, you know, before you send out the products. Because if you're charging a premium price, and I'm not saying I am, I'm saying if you are, this is one of the things people are going to be like I paid $10 for this and then it's got this stuff, you know. So you got to be looking at stuff like that. There's no pink over here on this edge. Like I said, it's probably just might have been a cover sheet that was on here, because if I rip it off, let's see. Yeah, see, if I rip that page off, you don't see it. So you could even order it to where it's one extra page. Oh, let's see, now I'm having issues ripping. I was going to say, and then that way you could always have that cover, that first one to rip off if you need to. And it still would be the right number of sheets if you needed to rip it off. This is the binding in the back. Now with this particular company, you don't get to choose the colors. Ignore my dirty feet. So with this particular company, you don't get to choose the colors of the backboard for your notepads. Some companies you do. But see, that's one of the benefits of ordering overseas. In the bulk quantities, you can customize just about everything. And when you have a company that offers lower quantities, then you have to, you know, you have some limitations, which is also a lot of the reasons that people will order overseas, because some of the U.S. manufacturers don't have as many customizations. And the paper quality thickness isn't bad at all. This is 60-pound paper. That's another thing with the notepads. You don't get to choose the thickness of paper. With some of the other products you do, and so we will look at that. But this is 60-pound, and I mean, I'm not hating it. It's just, yeah, regular. Let me grab a pen and we'll test this. Okay, so I checked. So this is the matte laminated, not their soft touch, and it's still, I love matte. Like even my book that I wrote, I did in a matte, and I will say it does do that. Even on some of the copies of the book when I order it, the author copies, some of them will have this. It must be something when it goes through the machine with the matte. I'm not sure, but anyway, so just something to be mindful of if you do want matte. We'll see how the other ones look, but this is the matte laminate. This one's 25 pages, so that means 25 sheets, so it's 50 pages. So, I mean, which is decent for a notepad. All right, so and then like I said, you don't get to choose the backing, that gray board, I believe is what they call it. And it's 60-pound paper. So let's test out the paper with a regular pen. Okay. So see, this is 60-pound, which is a typical paper weight. So you can see how there's a little impression on the other side. The ink doesn't go through, but this is just a regular, just a regular pen. It's not like one of those pens that have a lot of ink that come out, a fountain pen, just a regular click. Is this called ballpoint? Just a regular clicky pen. Anyway, I know I need to get up on my terms. I think it's just a regular ballpoint pen. Anyway, but at least it doesn't bleed through, which is important. And there is, let's see, with the light. Yeah, well, obviously holding it up to the light, you can see through. But yeah, it's still like good for notepads that you're probably scratching things, brain dumping, and maybe you're gonna throw the sheet away. I think it's fine. I would want it just a teeny bit thicker, but for this you don't get to choose. So, and again, you can customize the bottom or the top. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. All right, let's look at something else. Okay, so I was testing out the thank you cards and they sent me extra. How awesome. So I just ordered one because I just wanted to test it, and I only ordered it in black and white because I didn't want to pay for color when I was just testing. I wanted to see how thick it was. These are really thick. These are thick compared to what I normally buy on Vistaprint. Now, mind you, I get like the cheapest option on Vistaprint when I'll order the Vistaprint postcards. These are really like thick. I'm like really shocked. It feels like quality. It doesn't feel, I don't think I have any of the ones I buy from Vistaprint here. I think they're in storage. But like the thickness, I mean, you hear it. It's so good. And I left this space here so I can write their name or write a note as I feel led. But yeah, like even just to get black and white, I think is fine. I actually changed my logo from that, but these were just testers anyway, because I still haven't even fully launched yet. But how awesome. How awesome. So yeah, and thank you for the extras, because yeah, I will be using them. Even with the wrong logo, I'm going to use these. So that's really helpful. And so for these, I ordered matte, and I ordered it with no finish. So that's why it's just printed, nothing shiny, nothing, anything like that. Typically, like on Vistaprint, I do typically get matte, but you know, it still so it has like a finish still on it because it's laminated. But these I got unlaminated, and I believe it was 130 pound. That's why it's so thick. These things are thick. Sorry. I have never ordered thank you cards this thick. So these are really thick. These are 130 pound cover paper. So that's why they're so thick. So, and they were not expensive at all. They were a decent price. Even just for the one to test it. And then when you order more, it's cheaper. So these will be a good value. They feel, you know, for a brand that would have higher end products, like, you know, it's nice and thick. So yeah, I really like these. I would order them again. I don't even need to order it this heavy. I think I ordered it this heavy because I wanted to see what the difference was versus what I normally get. I don't know what the normal weight is, but I definitely like this thickness. But I could even go down some and then I would be fine with that. So yeah, so that's the thank you cards. All right, and I'm saving all those for my daughter who likes to craft, and she makes little masks and things. All right, those will recycle. Bitches. Oh, this is the booklet. So I ordered a little booklet to test it out. This is another signature method I teach. We do this every month in the group, and I love how like little small this is. So one of the things, we have these downloadable sheets that we use every month, and we were like, why don't we put them together? And so that's what I did, and I created a little, you see the divider for it, so that we could have them all. So you do this once a month, and this way you could have them all together. Oh, it came out so cute. I love this size too. And see, like you would have like your whole year of sitting with God. I love this. And you see it's like staple. So this is what they call their booklet. The colors look good. The printing, see, I don't see any of those scratch marks on this. Like I said, that was probably, I didn't put anything on the back of this one. I love those colors. And so I did like a floral inside. I just did black and white because I didn't want to pay for color, and probably won't, even if I sell this. But I might just use it as something like when club members join with lifetime access, they'll get like one of these for free, like as a welcome gift. So, because we do this every month. And like I said, it'll give them a whole year. How cute is that? I really like this, and I like the size too. So this is a 5x7. I had to go check. 5x7, and I did it with no cover lamination. So it still looks really good with no lamination. So any of the laminates is going to cost, you know, extra. So they have a matte laminate, a glossy laminate, and then they have a soft touch laminate as well. So this one is with no lamination, and for a little booklet, I think it's fine. Whoops. And because it's like stapled, you should be able to like kind of open it, yeah, so that you can write well and just kind of crease the pages. I like this. I'm totally gonna, yeah, I'm gonna make some of these for sure. Probably, and I have other cover art that I created. I really like it, and I do like the way the logo kind of came out. I hadn't printed it yet, I only saw it on, you know, my computer screen, so it looks so good. I'm really pleased with this too. Oh, and it is 60 pound, that same weight of the notepad. All right, I think, okay, let's do that one last. Let's do this one. This is an 8.5 by 11. Actually, let's do this one last, because that one's got some extra stuff. So these are the wire bound notebooks. I ordered 2 small ones. Oop, focus. All right. Sorry, it keeps going out of focus. And I did this one again because I wanted to see how the color printed. Okay, this one doesn't have like the little marks on it. All right, this is something I teach, walking in the spirit. Not a method, it's just, you know, from the Bible that we should do that. So let me get the specs for this one. Okay, so this one is matte laminated, like that notepad I showed you. But like I said, you see this one doesn't have any of those streaks. And I did notice just this little, see the edge of the paper there? That could have happened in shipping. It's nothing against them at all. I'm just showing you these things just so when you get products, you don't think like, why is everyone else's perfect and mine isn't? So yeah, there's like a little, I don't know what that is. You know, just like a little bend. That could, like I said, happen in shipping. But this is the silver. So this is the silver wire. It's a wire-bound notebook. That's the silver. And you can see up close, it did a good job printing. And I did do color on the back. And that's a little sneak peek at the name of the first collection that will be dropping, the actual physical products, because digital products are already dropping, but this will be the first digital products. And so this is the actual lined notebook. And so nothing on the inside of the cover. And then I did have it printing on both sides. And I think I did 50 sheets because this is thicker than the notepad. So I think I did 50 sheets, which is 100 pages. And I did notice, see this one is blank. Now I would need to go through, and I will off camera, and I'll just post it here. I'll go through and count the pages because I'm wondering if this is just a divider, like in between the two 50s. You know, like, I mean, 25 sheets, and then there's this divider, and then there's another 25 sheets, because just like the notepad was only 25, so maybe they put this every 25 sheets. We'll also know when we look at this other notebook, but I thought that was interesting. But this is what the line, I like that the lines are light and not extremely dark for when you're writing, so they're not invasive while you're writing. It's really nice. I really like it. And this is also 60 pound because you don't get to customize the notebook paper thickness. Yeah, so that's the one with the silver coil, and then I also got one with the gold coil, but this is the silver again. Really nice. All right, let's look at the gold. And so I tested this one because I'm going to print some of these as a gift for some people that ordered something. So I love the way, like, it's not gold foil or anything, but I love the way the gold color still shows up in the printing. And look at the printing looks really good. And this is the scripture from my business that it's founded on. And the name of the company is Whole and Holy. I also wanted to print this one in particular because I wanted to see how different the gold color of the coil is compared to the color I was printing, because I knew it wouldn't be a match. So I was like, am I gonna like that? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But, you know, it's more like a brassy. And also my lighting in here is dark right now, so it could be that. I don't mind the color of the coil. I just wanted to get my text to match as close as possible to the color of the coil. But you can see I was like way off because I was just trying to go by the color on the screen. But I could change these gold colors to match this more, but still looks good. It's really nice detail. Really great. Look at the detail. Ignore my nails. And then again, it's aligned. This is the back. I just kept it white with the website. Let's see if this one has that blank page also. And like I said, I'm going to count the pages to see if it's maybe 25 and maybe that's an extra sheet, or if it just got skipped somehow in printing. I don't see that one on this. I might have missed it. Oh wait, there's one in the back right there. So see, I'm wondering if that's just every 25 sheets, there's that blank page. I'm going to flip through one by one and then I'll report back. But I'm wondering if that blank page, so maybe there's 51 sheets because that blank page, because I don't see it in here, just flipping through fast. But I didn't go one by one, so I will do that off camera and I will put it on the screen here. But this is the difference between the silver and the gold coil. And again, this one is matte laminated. And let me look up this one. Okay, this one's no lamination. So I'm not even mad at the no lamination because it looks nice. The matte just obviously makes it more matte. But see, if sometimes you get the streaking with the matte, it's like, well, do I want to pay the extra? But I do love matte and it feels so good. This just feels like a normal notebook. This one feels good and it's not even soft touch. But just let me hold them both so you can see. So this one's no lamination. This one is the matte lamination. And I mean, it would have helped if I would have got the exact same design. But see how like the matte is not, the light isn't popping off the matte because it's a matte finish. So this one, the light still pops off of it because it doesn't have any finish. So that's the difference. So if you're wondering like why matte finish, well, there's no glare. There's no glare off the matte like you're getting with this one. The matte, see, it doesn't do that. Even with, and it doesn't have to do with the gold. It's just because see, even on the white, it's glaring off there. So yeah, but it is popping off that gold though. And so I had a chance to go through and count the pages, and the blank page that was in the middle wasn't actually exactly in the middle. So my theory was wrong on that, but it is an extra page. So there are 50 lined pages, and then this extra page is just a 51, just an extra page. And the same with this one. So there were 50 lined pages, and then that one blank page in the back, that's just extra. So that's 51 pages. So, or sheets, I mean. They're 100-page notebooks, so they're 50 sheets, but 100 pages, because a page is a front, one side, right? So 50 sheets, but one side is considered a page. So one sheet is 2 pages. Anyway, so yeah, so those are just extra pages, that extra sheets that are in the book. And then also I want to say, as I was wetting my hand or my fingers to turn the pages to count them, see now there's that mark. See right here. And that has nothing to do with the company. That's just matte finish, because that happens on my books as well. So one of the things I would probably want to do if I'm going to choose matte finish is pack orders with gloves so that people's products don't have fingerprints, or I could just get unfinished, uncoated. It's finished, but uncoated, where that's not an issue. And I didn't get any glossy because I'm not a glossy fan, but I may test a glossy later, a gloss laminate. But I knew I wanted to try the matte, the uncovered, unlaminated, and the soft touch. So that's why I only tested these 3. I didn't get any glossy. But yeah, see, I don't have that issue with this, with the fingerprints. But that is just a thing with any matte finishes, because that happens on my books, like I said, where now you have like the marks and the oil marks, or if you spill anything, well, you're not going to want to spill anything, period, but if anything drips, for sure, like glossy, you can probably wipe it off real quick. But anyway, so yeah, those were extra pages. One thing that I noticed that I want to point out, just in case, you know, it might help you with deciding what to do. So this one, remember I said, is unlaminated. There's no laminate finish. And then this says the matte. So this one to me feels thinner. I noticed it mostly with the back cover for some reason when I was holding it. I was like, why does this feel thinner? Even though it's the exact same number of pages. But with the laminate, it adds like another layer and it's sticking and it makes it a little thicker. So yeah, that was something. And we probably wouldn't even notice it, but because I had bought both, yeah, I mean, we can't see it. It's too thin, but this one's like thicker is all I can tell you, because it's hard because it's camera, right? But this one's thicker than this one. All right, so I just wanted to mention that too. All right, let's look at this last thing. So this is a bigger notebook and I added tabs so I could check that out. And hardcover, because I wanted to see what that was like. And so this one, you see I got the black coil, the black wire. So these are wire bound. Save that for my daughter. Oh, I love it already. Look how that's pop. Oh my gosh, this is nice. I had to go look. So this one I got the soft touch. Wow, I can feel the difference because I wanted to know like what is the difference between the laminate and the soft touch. Let's look like, cause see, like looking at it on camera, you're like, what's the difference? But the soft touch has like, I love the feel of matte. But the soft touch is like, I can't describe it. Almost like rubber, but not. Like velvet, but not. I don't know how to describe this feeling. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really like weird feeling, but also really cool. And so this one I got in hardcover. So this is the first hardcover. It has the black coil on this one. And so this is item that I only have sold digitally. I just redesigned it for the new website for Whole and Holy Collections. I was just selling this through my coaching business digitally, and this is what it looked like as a digital file. But obviously I had it printed so that I could just test. So this is a printed version of it, 8.5 by 11. All of the other ones, all the other products except the booklet were A5. Let me move this other stuff. Okay, so yeah, I can't describe it, but it's like, I don't know, I really like the feel of it. And so like with this one, I don't know, like if you watch her video that I have linked, she had said something about like the fingerprints from the oil. I get oily fingers too, but I don't know if that was matte products or the soft touch. I think she got all soft touch, so it might have been that, but I don't see it like transferring. I'll have to check because my fingers are kind of dry right now. I'll have to check later. I do notice, and I think this is like one of the things, if you decide to get soft touch, I'm trying to make it focus. Let me put this behind it, see if that helps. focus. You see like along the edge right here. So that's a thing, but that's probably one of those things, I don't know, with soft touch that you just have to know it's gonna happen. I don't know. This is my first time ordering. See, I can't stop touching it. But I love the way like the colors popping on this. Anyway, so this is a 90-day journal. Like I said, I got hardback, and I did get tabs because in her video she had tabs that were laminated, and I didn't like that. I felt like it, I don't know, just looked cheaper. So I wanted to see how the tabs looked when they were not laminated. So I got unlaminated tabs. The one thing with this particular company is that the tabs stick outside of the cover. So you can make it like that's a thing, and that makes yours different from other people's planners if you wanted to do that, or journals. But that was the one thing, that the cover doesn't extend over the tabs. The tabs stick out. And also, they do have other color. I'm sorry, it keeps going out of focus. They do have other color cardstock. So these are just the cardstock tabs without the laminate on it. And so they do have other colors, but I think it's just you're kind of limited. You can't change the font of the tabs, at least not at the time of recording. Now the company may change, but you can't change the font of the tabs, which, you know, again, you have limitations when you're not using like one of these other people where you have to buy in huge quantities to get started. So that's just something that you just have to decide if that's worth it to you or not. All right, so like I said, this one is hardcover, so you can see how the inside looks. And I did get 70-pound paper for this, just to see the difference. Like, you still can see through, even with the 70-pound, I can see through that. The printing looks really good. And then this is the divider. It's nice that you can customize them. Obviously, if there's more dividers, I'm assuming that these would be smaller tabs with more. You do pay per divider, so this is just a 90-day journal, so that's why I only have 3 dividers. But yeah, 70-pound paper. And obviously I just got black and white on the inside because I just wanted to test it. And I wanted to see what the soft touch was like. And this is the back and the detail on the back. Like, for just getting started, I don't mind. I think it's a good company. I don't have any issue with it. I mean, the coil, like, it's decent quality. It's not like $100 planner kind of coil, you know, where it's super thick and not bendable, because you can see that. So, I mean, it's good. I'm not complaining. I like it. You can kind of see like the scuffs. Oh, there's like the prints and things. So that would be like one of the drawbacks, I guess, of the soft touch, because I don't want to send someone something like this where it has all these marks. Again, is that every one that gets printed? I don't know. But if you're printing in bulk and then you're sending it to your customer, I don't know that I would want that. So I think I would prefer them. As much as I love the way this feels, and it feels quality, I don't like that it has all this on there. Like, look at all the, yeah. So And I don't know if there's like, maybe if there's a cloth, but then see, that's more work for me to get these shipped out, that I would have to like do all that. So I don't know if this is something that happens when printing or if it's something that happens with shipping. But either way, I don't want that. Like, my customers, see, look at all that. You see it? On the front, like, there's not as much. But I don't know if that's because of the printing. There's more printing on front. Also, I'm wondering if it wouldn't show up as much if it's black. I'm going to test another color when I actually test out the products I'm going to drop. I'm going to test one with the soft touch and see if with the color, maybe that doesn't show up, because it could be because it's black. So we'll try that too. And again, it's not, I don't think it's the company. I think it's just one of those things with, if you want this type of product, just know that's, you know, an imperfection. Just like I have gold gilt edges on my cards, and every one is not going to be perfect. There's going to be scratches, especially as you're using the cards. But even before, some of them, there's going to be scratches and things in the gilt edges. So it's just one of those imperfections and normal things for that type. And so maybe that's the thing with the soft touch. But anyway, I love the feel of this. I'm probably going to actually send this to my friend who is a paper girl. She loves paper, but she ordered the digital version of this just to support me. So I think I'm going to send her this because I don't think she printed it off. And so that way she can have a paper version. Because like I said, I just ordered it to check it out. So, yeah. So, and see, that was that version. This is a shorter version of that little booklet that I told you we do every month of this. That's a shorter version in this planner, like I said, in this journal, I mean. So yeah, so I really like the products. I would definitely use them. I'm planning on using them. So yeah, this will be one. I don't know that I would use them for everything because they do what they do, right? So there are some things that I want done, like with the note books. You can only customize the header or the footer. If I wanted to customize the inside pages, I would have to do something like this. You can get this in the soft cover. This, I just got the hardcover because I wanted to test it out, and it's really thick, by the way. This hardcover is really good. So, but then that means I have to design the lines and everything if I want to change up all the pages. Like, say you wanted to do a journal that had the lines but a different prompt every page, then you're going to have to do something like this, which means you're going to have to design the lines on the page, which isn't that big of a deal, especially once you have a template. But I'm just saying. So, and also it's only 60-pound paper, so if you want a thicker paper, you're going to have to do this and then design, you know, again, the lines. Even if you just want to have a notebook with just the lines, but you want thicker paper, you're going to have to order one of these where you can customize the inside, not a notebook. You're going to have to do binding, order a bound product. So this is, yeah, wire binding hardback, but they do have, you know, the soft covers like this. You just can't order the notebook or the notepad, because even the notepad, again, you can only customize the header or the footer. You can't customize this. You have a choice of blank, lined, or squared paper with the notepads. That's it. And so, you know, some people like to do brain dump notepads or to-do notepads. Well, you can't do that with, you know, those are the three choices you have. So again, like, it doesn't, I don't necessarily think I'll use them for everything, but I will use them for a lot. The shipping was fast. It took about 2 weeks, and it is during Christmas, so that's still really good, especially for it being this time of year with shipping already being slower. yeah, I'm really pleased and I like it. I love the way like the printing came out really well. I don't have any issues with the printing. The only issues was like that one blank page, which I gotta check that. And then, you know, the cover with all those things on the cover, which again, I don't necessarily know that that was on them. And then also those streaks that were on this matte product as well. But other than that, looks good. They did good. They did good. I like it. So, I will link to the company in the description so you can check it out, and also that video where I found so she can get some watch hours. You can check out her channel as well, and let me know if you plan on trying them or not. So yeah, those came out really good. I am going to order some samples for the actual products that I do plan on dropping with the colors. Like this is one of the colors, as well as this. So I already see like it came out really good. That was something I wanted to test, and that was a last minute change I made to this order so I could test it. But I'm gonna do the actual product so I can make sure everything looks good, and then I'm gonna drop those. I still think that's so weird that blank page was in there. Anyway, so I'm going to order those, and then we'll check those out and we'll look at those together as well to see how they come out. But overall, I like this company. I love that they have the low minimum order quantity. So for those of us that are getting started and we don't have the thousands of dollars yet to order all the products, or don't want to do a Kickstarter launch type of thing to get a bunch of pre-orders to order. I'm already doing that with my journal decks. I don't want to do another pre-order thing. So yeah, so the other nice thing too with this company that she mentioned, and I saw it on their site, is that they do kind of have like a print on demand option. So you could just design it and then send people there to order it, and they'll print it and ship it out for you. You're just going to make less money that way because they're handling everything except the design. So, but you still get to set the price, whatever price you want to set it at. It's just that I believe you'll probably make a little less than you wanted if you just had them print it, ship it to you, and then you do the shipping and handling, right? Because obviously they're going to be compensated for the shipping and handling part of it. So there is that option with them as well, which I think is awesome, an awesome option to have. But this way, you can check everything, you can write your little thank you notes, all that kind of stuff. This is, the way I'm doing this is like a boutique brand, so there will be small limited quantities for drops. One, because I don't have space, and then also I don't want to have a lot of product sitting around. So I am going to do like limited quantity drops whenever I do them. So yeah, so that also gives me flexibility if I want to switch manufacturers as well through the process, or a lot more easily, as well as for me to come up with new designs, or if I notice like, oh, let me change this, I want to alter it, I can do that, and I won't have like hundreds of the old ones sitting here waiting to be sold before I do all that. So anyway, it just helps with just getting started. So I think this is a great option for those of us getting started. So yeah, Doxzoo, I am satisfied with these. I love the printing colors and quality. It all came out like the way I expected as far as the printing quality and the colors. So that's really neat as well. And even like some better than expected. I don't know why I'm so like surprised by how cute this is. But anyway, but yeah, so that's what we got. So I pray you have an amazing day. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you want to share any manufacturers that you know as well that do a good job, share those in the comments also. All right, have a blessed day.